Welcome back to Christy TV. My correct people, right now we are going to talk about the things that are happening in the country at the moment. Rotimi Amechi, Igbo presidency, and Ohaneze Ndigbo. Now, the news that has been circulating on the social media app now is that Rotimi Amechi is not qualified to be the president of Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide. A man who has consistently denied his people heritage will definitely be a sellout and chameleon and cannot be trusted. This is what many people are saying concerning Rotimi Amechi. They say that Amechi was transport minister under Buhari administration and did all kinds of construction work in the north and in the southwest, including railway tracks, but he did absolutely nothing in the southeast and south. And as a result of this, that they will not allow him to be the president of Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide. My correct people, they make una hear wetin many people they talk concerning this kind of matter, no be smart, In fact, he equally built a railway track up to Niger Republic and did nothing for Ndigbo. The Transport University, originally approved to be constructed in Imo State, was moved to Katsina State under Buhari, which is Buhari State, under his watchful eye. So Amechi should tell Ndigbo worldwide what qualifies him to be the president of general of Ohaneze Ndigbo. Igbos don't need a saboteur as the Ohaneze president. My correct people, they make una hear waiting many Nigerians, especially Igbo people, they talk concerning this particular Ohaneze Ndigbo election, which is coming forth by 2025. My correct people, I beg watch the rest of the video. If you finish watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on the notification button so that you get notified of all latest news. Christy TV got you covered. Watch the rest of the video.
In 2023. Than to bring in another Northern, another Fulani, another Muslim to continue, and the tenure will be extended. Because power wouldn't have come back to the south in 2023, even though he didn't come to the south, to the east. But Atiku would have remained in power from 2019 to 2031, or thereabout, 2027. My principal position, and I still affirm today, that if that situation arises, I will still do what is going to be in the interest of Ndigbo. A considered interest, born out of patriotism, born out of nationalism, born out of commitment, born out of the strive, the desire to liberate the people in bondage. The condition to disqualify a candidate must not be outside the purview of the Constitution. The person must have been convicted of a criminal offense, which conviction is not subject to appeal. Indictment is not enough. Inquiry is not enough. 2, the person must be of unsound mind, certified by a qualified person in authority that the person is of unsound mind. The person must be declared bankrupt. It is important that we watch out. The plans to impose a puppet leader, to get a puppet leader for Rivers State and impose him, must be rejected, must be resisted. For students of history, when a people invade and conquer a people, one of the things they do is to implant and enthrone a puppet leader. It happened when Germany took over France in 1941. They planted a puppet leader. When the French people redeemed themselves, the puppet leader was visited with punishments. I am ready to serve Ndigbo as I've always served them. Uche Namado can attest to this fact. Rafa Wazrika and others can attest to this. Chief Michael Hamba, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, can attest. Festus Kayamo can attest. We were when Obasanjo incarcerated us 18 feet underground. From there, we were brought out, taken to court, reminded at Suleja prison. From Suleja were transferred to Kefi. I have been consistent and I've asked one simple question, and that question is just a very simple question arising from the recent past. The late Chief Emmanuel Iwanyan visited Rivers State to receive an award at the University of Port Harcourt, and he made a statement which of course is a factual statement that Ikwures are Igbos. He was attacked by the leadership, by a non-existing body called the Ihunua Progressive Organization, led by Okachukwu Dibia. Nobody said anything. including the National Public Secretary, Chief Alex Obunna, said nothing. He said nothing. He's on record. He said nothing. He has no facts. I wrote in three national papers: The Sun, The Punch, and The Nation, each one full page. And I stated in black and white that we are not only Igbos, but we have nothing to do with where they purportedly claim we came from, Benin. And I went to the extent to state, to write, to reveal. I revealed for the first time that Obo Benin had earlier written 20-something years ago that the Ikuri and the Che people were Igbo people. Nnamani is here, he can attest to it. I brought that book and showed the world. I got it from the UK. That the Obo Benin had already said that we are Igbos. And he was in Ahoda from 1954 to 1965 for 11 years as Assistant District Commissioner. And he knew, as a fact, because he was not only an administrator, he was a magistrate here, that Ikuri and the Che people were typical Igbos. Typical Igbos. When I wrote that, the next they resorted was to call the IG to arrest me, do that. And I said, I'm in my house, and I dare the IG and the DSS to arrest me. And I'm here because you said something and I replied you. There's nothing that concerns the police with that. When under Governor Wike, our people were locked down. In their tens and hundreds, they died and were sickened. I stood up and wrote an open letter to him, to Governor Wike. I was on Plus Television, every radio station, and demanded, amongst others, a revocation of that imposition of coffee. But my argument was simple, assuming without conceding that those who have committed crimes were members of IPOP. I asked the question: are pregnant women, children, the aged, the blind, the crippled members of IPOP, that you lock down a whole local government area and allow them to perish? That's the question I asked. It was given strong publicity. And of course, he went at the heat of at the heat of the federal government clamping down on IPOP and IPOP as an institution and its leadership. He said the people were not from Benin, were from Benin. They are now Igbos, and they had nothing to do with Igbos. I took it upon myself. That's 4 years ago, December 5th. Yesterday made it exactly 4 years. I wrote 5 pages in the Vanguard. Pages 1, 9, 10, 11, and 12. December 5th, 2020. With Wike, why deny your Igbo root? I chronicled what transpired in the past that were Igbos. Some persons have said, who don't know me very well, that, oh, I said, I'm saying this because I want to be President General. I will refer them to a book written by Reverend Fadeziane, titled, In Biafra, Africa Died. They should go and read that book. They should ask Comfort Obi, the publisher of the Source magazine, 20-something years ago. They should ask Vito Gene, who is a member of the House of Reps now, from Anambra, who was then the assistant editor in Source magazine. When I said, and it was given front cover, Ikuri is Igbos, 20-something years ago. I've mentioned names. I've mentioned Auntie Comfort Obi, the publisher of Source magazine then. I've mentioned Vito Gene. Honorable Vito Gene is a member of the House of Reps. He interviewed me in Lagos, and I said we're Igbos. When Wazirike was driven out of Owerri, his house was burnt along 153 Okigwe Road, and his life was in danger. He's alive. Chief Raf Wazirike. I took a decision that shocked all members of MASOP. I said, Chief, move to Port Harcourt. He came. The fear was where I'm going to stay. I said, you stay in my house. And he stayed in my house for 6 months. From my house, we went to the US. When I'm talking about the year 2001, Chief Raf Wazirike is alive. 23 years ago. When I believe in something, I believe in it to a point where I am ready to lay down my life. When I'm convinced, I'm not a fair weather friend. I'm not a fair weather Igbo. I'm Igbo. My DNA is Igbo. My blood is Igbo. My body is Igbo. My spirit and soul is Igbo. If Igbo Development Foundation, Aki Kenga, Ndigbo Lagos, all Pan-Igbo groups, the Ikuri people who in their majority believe they're Igbos, but are afraid of the few. They're afraid of the few. They don't rise up to this occasion. A puppet leader withdrawn And I can tell you, in time of difficulty, that puppet leader will say that Ikwere are not Igbos. And it is going to be the statement of the Ohaneze President General. The Ohaneze President General will say, I found out from every record and fact available that we are not Igbos. And that will seal the argument that Ikwere are Igbo forever and ever. He will seal it. Igbos are facing existential threat. They are facing existential threat. And I've said it time without numbers. Their threat is the threat of compelling them to deny their very identity. It had happened in history, and of course those who are students of the Bible. The man who made Moses to go into exile was not an Egyptian, it was a Jew who said, you want to kill me the way you killed the Egyptian. Those who don't know where we are coming from may not know where we are going to. We are facing a battle. That battle had been on. That battle was a battle for which Joseph Wobo and the leaders of our people made their presentation to Henry Willink in 1957, that from Port Harcourt to Onitsha was Igbo land. We are still facing battles upon battles upon battles. What happened 3-4 years ago to Owerri, where the son of Ubiwale bought form to run for Deputy President General, and some nocturnal interest group in Ohaneze said there was not going to be any election, that he should not run, was regrettable. Is still something that everybody who hears it regrets. I'm ready for the contest.
My people, not be smarting. Many Nigerians, they talk, say that now is not the time to start looking at who is this, who is that. As far as you're an Igbo man, whether your own Igbo is in the south or in the southeast, there is expected of you to put hands, contest, that whoever that is contesting for this Ohaneze Ndigbo presidency should be accommodated. And in fact, whoever that wins should, the win should just be fair. It should be a free and fair election, that they should not bring the way Nigerian politicians used to do their own election inside this Ohaneze Ndigbo president election. My correct people, the many Igbo people are against, some of them are against Rotimi Amechi to be the president of this particular Ohaneze Ndigbo. Some are equally support him, that is equally an Igbo man. So many things. So you, my brother, my sister, you wait, just watch this video. Wait till you got to talk. What is in your own mind? What do you have to say about this particular news you just watched, that video you just watched now? Tell us in the comment section your opinion. I beg, if you never subscribe to our YouTube channel, do well to subscribe. Turn on the notification button so that you get notified whenever we post latest content like this. Christy TV got you guys covered. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more. I love you guys.